بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار وبعد. The last sitting that we had, alhamdulillah, was in regard to the meaning of shirk from the people of inhiraf, from the people of deviation, from the people of misguidance. What is it that they define as shirk to be? And from the first groups that we mentioned was those who they see shirk to be ibadatul asnam only, worshipping the idols alone. That's the only thing they see as to be the aspect of shirk, meaning to worship the asnam. So for them, amma ibadatul awliya wa salihin wal adriha falaysa bishirkin indahu. So therefore, for them, it is not that we person worship a righteous one, or he worship a saint. So for them, this is not seen as shirk, or worshiping the places, right? Worshiping places like worshiping the graves, or seeking nearness with Allah in regard to those things. وَإِنَّمَا هِيَ تَوَصُّلٌ وَطَلَبٌ لِلشَّفَاعَةِ. So therefore, they see shirk to be what? Seeking nearness. They see that worshipping the idols or worshipping the saints to be what? To be seeking nearness with Allah, and to be a talab lishafa'a, to be a way of seeking intercession from them. وَمَا أَشْبَهَهُ ذَلِكَ, and the likes of that. وَشِرْكَ عِنْدَهُمْ فَقَدْ عِبَادَةُ الْأَصْنَامِ. So for them, they view shirk to be worshipping the idols. In other words, the only thing that constitutes shirk for them is a person bowing down to a statue. But amma worshipping the saints, saying Ya Rasulallah, or saying Ya Muhammad alaykum salam, or saying Ya Al-Badawi, or saying Ya Ahmed Tijan, for them this is not shirk, but rather they see it as what? As taqarruban ila Allah, seeking nearness with Allah by way of tawassul, and by way of at-talab lish-shafa'a, seeking that which is ash-shafa'a, meaning intercession from Allah, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So فَنَقُولُ Shaykh Fawzan hafidhahullah is refuting point by point of their statements. He say فَنَقُولُ, we will say to this individual that think that shirk is only when a person is bowing down to a statue. But amma worshipping the righteous one or the saints or anything else, for them it is not shirk. Right? So Shaykh Fawzan, he say that we will say to this individual, Inna ibadatu al-asnam naw'un min anwa'i shirk. Worshipping the idols, it is one of the many types of worshipping different deities. Worshipping the idols, it is one of the ways of worshipping of shirk. والشرك هو دعوة غير الله سواء كان صنما أو غيره. He say that shirk, it is calling besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, anything besides Allah, whether it is an idol or something else. Whether it is an idol or something else. Alaykum salam. So he say, وَالْمُشْرِكُونَ مُتَنَوِّعُونَ مُتَنَوِّعُونَ فِي مَعْبُودَاتِهِمْ. He say that the mushrik, they are. You can leave the water there. Listen, you can leave the water. Anybody that want the water, they will get it. That's better than disturbing these guys out here. So, وَالْمُشْرِكُونَ مُتَنَوِّعُونَ Jazakallahu khairan. وَالْمُشْرِكُونَ مُتَنَوِّعُونَ. The polytheists, they have different aspects of worship. مُتَنَوِّعُونَ بِمَعْنَى أَنْوَاع. in mutanawwi'un you have the word anwa'. Just like how he say, inna ibadatul asnam naw'un. Naw'un meaning different types. So mutanawwi'un meaning they have a variety of things that they worship. Right? So for instance, you can say ad-du'a naw'un min anwa'il ibadah. Right? Ad-du'a naw'un min anwa'il ibadah. You can say that the worship, supplication, it is one of the types among all the different types, variety of acts of worship. So he mentioned wal mushrikun, and inshallah ta'ala, this point right here that we're studying, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decree that we read Qawa'id al-Arba'ah, you will see it very in detail, how the mushrik, they were worshipping other things. So he say, wal mushrikun, the polytheists, mutanawwi'una fi ma'budatihim. Al-ma'budat, al-ma'bud, right, is that which is being worshipped. So anything that is being worshipped is ma'bud. So from the word ma'bud you have what? Ibadah, ahsanta. And this is, alhamdulillah, also another aspect of, alhamdulillah, what can aid a person in studying Arabic. Looking around a word. Looking around the word. Let's say you say ma'budat. You can hear the word from the word ibadah or ibadat. Or you can hear the word also abd, a worshipper, a servant. Ma'budat is that which is being worshipped. He say, فَمَا اِقْتَصَرُوا عَلَى عِبَادَةِ الْأَصْنَامِ. They did not restrict themselves only in worshipping the idols. Right? The mushriks, it was not only worshipping idols. They were not only worshipping idols. Some of them used to worship what? Some of them today, prophets, very good. Right? Some of them worship what? Angels, very good. Some of them worship trees. Some of them worship Shams, yes, the sun. Some of them worship the moons. So this is why he say that their worship are mutanawwi'un fi ma'budatihim. They are of having a variety of aspects of worship. They have variety of aspects of worship. So he say, فَمَقْتَصَرُوا. They did not have iqtisar. They did not suffice themselves only with ibadatul asnam, worshipping the idols. He say, minhum, from among them, meaning the mushrik. He say, man ya'budu al-asnam. You have those who worship the asnam, meaning they worship, barakallahu fikum, the idols. Wa minhum ya'budu al-shams. You have those that worship the shams, the sun. Wal qamar, and likewise the moon. You have those that worship the sun and the moon. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَعْبُدُ الشَّيَاطِينَ. And you have those that worship the shayateen, the devils. Those who worship the devils. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَعْبُدُ الْأَشْجَارِ. And you have those who worship the trees. وَالْأَحْجَارِ. And those who worship the rocks. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَعْبُدُ الْمَلَائِكَةِ. And you have those who worship among them the angels. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَعْبُدُ الْمَسِيحِ. And you have those who worship the Messiah. وَعُزَيْرِ. And those who worship Uzair. Right? Who was worshiping Uzair? مَنِ الَّذِي كَانُوا يَعْبُدُونَ عُزَيْرًا. No? Ahsanta, the Jew. Very good. The Jew, they used to worship Uzair. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَعْبُدُ الْأَوْلِيَاءِ. And those who used to worship the saints. وَالصَّالِحِينَ. And the righteous ones. So therefore, for whom مُتَفَرِّقُونَ فِي عِبَادَاتِهِمْ. So they were very different in regard to their subjects of worship. وَلَمْ يَقْتَصِرُوا عَلَى عِبَادَةِ الْأَصْنَامِ. And they did not just worship the idols. طيب. وَإِنَّمَا الْأَصْنَامِ نَوْعٌ مِنْ أَنْوَاعِ الْمَعْبُودَاتِ. So therefore the idols, It is only a type of subject of worship among other subject of worship. So Bashir, who was the worst of them from what he mentioned? The devil worshippers? Why?
Well, all of them. All of them.
Why?
Because they don't worship Allah.
That's very good. So all of them, they're the same. The devil worshippers are not better than those who worship Uzair. Right? Those who are worshiping Isa, or those who are worshiping Isa, are not better than those who are worshiping the sun and the moon. They are not. They are all the same. Huh? Siwahuma. Siwahuma. All of them the same. Kulluhum sawa. All of them, they are the like. All of them, they are sawa. All of them, why are they the like? Because of they are all ascribing partner with Allah. So what they're worshipping is not what is important. But the fact that they worship other than Allah, that's what is the crime. So one can be worshipping the Prophet ﷺ, right? The other one can worship a cow, like the Hindus or the likes of them, right? The one that is worshipping Mathalan Isa ﷺ, and the one that is worshipping the private part of the cow, they are the same. Ain't no difference. There is no difference. Why? Because that they are worshipping other than Allah. كونهما mushrikin, because of they share the same mushrik that they are. So here the issue is not about what is being worshipped, but here the issue is what? That Allah is being ascribed a partner with. So we will not look into what is being worshipped, because if you do, now you will rely upon your intellect to say, well, the one that is really worshipping Isa is better because Isa is better than a cow. Yes, without a doubt, Isa is nowhere to be comparable to a cow. But when it comes to worship, worshipping a cow and worshipping Isa is the same. No difference. Why? Because someone else is being given that which he is not entitled to. No.
What about those who make sacrifice for the jinn? If they say, we're not worshiping the jinn, we're just making a sacrifice to get what we want.
Same thing. نفس الشيء. نفس الشيء. So remember, العبرة بالحقائق. The reality is, the consideration is in the reality. It is not بمجرد الأفعال. It's not just like the action, but rather the reality of the action. A person say, well, I'm not slaughtering, I'm not worshipping the jinn. I'm just slaughtering so they can get me near to Allah. This is the same thing that the mushriks of the first generation used to say. ما نعبدهم إلا ليقربنا إلى الله زلفى. We are not worshipping them except that we want them to draw us near to Allah. And this is the same concept that the people they say today. Oh, I'm not wearing this amulet. I'm not going to this marabu man. Or I'm not taking this safara or this shower. I'm not doing that to work. No, I'm only doing it so I can get, nearness with Allah. La, this is shirk wal iyadu billah. وَبَعْضُهُمْ يَقُولُونَ. So the first definition that is batil about shirk is what? Those who say that shirk is yes, worshipping the idols only. So please write down number 1 are those who say that shirk is only worshipping the idols. Right? So Shaykh Salih Fawzan, he mentioned how to refute those. And it's important, barakallahu feekum, for us to, alhamdulillah, to know about this and also to know what is the refutation on this. So therefore the second type are those who say ashirk an ta'taqid أن أحد يخلق مع الله أو يرزق مع الله أو يدبر مع الله. So the second people that say that shirk is that you believe that someone out there create just like Allah, or he create along with Allah, and he is the provider along with Allah. Alaykum salam. So for them, second category are those who say shirk is, polytheism is, that you believe.